Assalamualaikum and hi there. As a kid, most mother always tell us we can relax once we finish our SPM. Then comes the university life, then comes the working life. Then we thought we can rest during our retirement. But not really. In fact, just like Singapore, Malaysians have a situation. People want to retire, but they cannot afford for retirement since they don't have much of savings. So that's why, according to KWSP itself, a lot of people mistakenly think that retirement is a paradise holiday and the 11% EPF every month can pay everything for the rest of our life. It is true to certain situations, but imagine with this COVID that maybe some of us already withdraw their EPF through iSina, iLestari, iCitra, and it becomes less or maybe zero. And what if God give us a long life, like till 100 years old to live? Therefore, it is important to work hard and also work smart by earning the passive income or maybe active income, which is investment. So let's put in a situation where I want to invest to earn more money. There are 7 common types of investment. Firstly, saving accounts. What I will do is just deposit the money, keeping the money on the savings account. In return, I will receive 0.3% roughly per annum of interest. According to Mr. Liu, a financial advisor, having higher percent of interest doesn't make it the best bank for saving account. The best criteria is 3 plus 1 formula, such as it is the preferred bank that my company pay my salary, like UITM is Bank Islam, right? And other criteria. You can check it out for further information. Next is fixed deposit or FD. As the name suggested, fixed means like specific amount of your money, like RM 1,000 to 5,000. You give it to the bank holds it for a fixed amount of time, and in return the bank gives fixed amount of profit. So since it is a fix, it is a locked money, then I just cannot withdraw anytime as I like. No, it is technically a saving, but it can be an investment as well. But of course, low money, low profit, low risk. Hey, but at least my money in the bank does not lose the value. Like this CIMB FD, it offers quite various schemes even for monthly 10-year FD. Thirdly, I can consider to invest in shares or stock market. For example, Top Glove. I know it's not my company, or I don't help Mr. Lim Wee Chai, the founder, to establish the company. But I can help him to expand his business by giving him my money. So Mr. Lim will receive my money to produce latex glove, and in return I earn profit through dividend he declares every year. Or I can buy low and sell expensive stock, just like the current COVID situation. I remember it used to be cents or at maximum a ringgit per share. Then it spiked to RM 7 ringgit. Then EU boycotts it, then fell to RM 4 ringgit per share. Fourthly is real property. If I have money, I'll buy a house, or in more logical situation, I buy 1 unit of apartment in KL using my loan around RM 400,000, then I'll rent it with markup just nice to earn little profit and for repayment of the loan. So when I retired, I can sell it with much higher demanding price like $1 million, or stay there, free debt, no commitment. Fifthly is bond investment. So I used to think that the government or the company is always rich. But if all of a sudden they have mega projects, how do they pay for it? So like the company or the government will issue the bond basically stating I need this much of money to finance my mega project, and whoever buy this bond paper, own this paper, the company, the government will devote paying the money to whoever holds it. It is quite profitable and safe, since most of the cases, government or big companies will pay back their loan plus interest to me. They cannot run, so it is safe. Sixthly, the unit trust. It is like insurance. Basically, the fund manager say to me, my family and my friends, let's buy a homestay. It is good for tourists after this pandemic is over. I know if I want to invest for the project on my own, I could not afford it. So I collectively pull the fund together with everyone else on a certain project. So at the end of the day, everyone gets their own portion of profit. Seventhly is the other investment. There is tabung haji and sukuk, which most of it I can simply put, I Islamically do an investment. Next, as you can see in the illustration, I imagine my older self enjoying with my lovable wife and having a happy life with no debts or tax. All of it thanks to the awareness of my younger self that I earned the wisdom from my wonderful lecturers and parents. So whatever I invest, it is beneficial for my retirement later. If I blessed with longer life, therefore to simply put, investment planning is what I can do to meet my wants with the money I have. I want to buy a laptop or a car, a house, relaxing retirement with lovable wife, or short term to long term. All of it is possible with investment and with the planning. Finally, retirement planning is how do I ensure that my older self will enjoy relaxing, resting rather than hustling and working. It can be done by managing my income, expenses, saving, debts, and it all begins with awareness. Thank you.
Consumer credits. Credit is in agreements to receive cash, goods, or service now and pay for them in futures. Applying for credits couples. 5 things creditors looks. First is characters. Second is capacity. Third is capital. Fourth is cholesterol. 5 is conditions. Type of consumer credits couples. First is closed-end credits. Closed-end credit is one-time loans for specific purpose that you pay back in a specific period of time and in payment of equal amounts. For example is installment loan for furniture. Second is open-end credits. Open-end credit is used as needed until teaching line of credit max. You pay interest and finance charge if you do not pay the bill in full when due. Type of consumer credits. First is open account credits and second is loan. Open account credit versus loans. Open account credits. First is a credit facility provided by business or financial organization that allow clients to borrow up to a certain amount to pay for purchases. Second is credit is extended as long as consumer do not exceed their credit limit and pay on time. Loan. First is loans are often greater in size and have longer repayment terms than open account credits. Second is the contract is a formal negotiated agreement that deal the loan purpose of borrowers, interest rates, and repayment schedules as well as their leaders, and borrowers' rights and obligations. The birth of modern consumer credits. 1803 in England. Credit reporting began in early 19th century in England. The earliest story extent is of a group of English sailors who got together to share information on customers who did not pay their bills. 1826 in England. The Manchester Guardian Society is founded and it soon began to publish a monthly bulletin with information on their person who are unable to pay their obligations. 1941, New York. The Mercantile Agents is created and through a network of correspondence is began systematizing rumors about debtors, creditors, and assets. Massive leaders are kept in New York City. Tablet, the report are subjects and prejudices. 1864, New York. One on the eyes of the Civil War, the Mercantile Agents is renamed R.G. Dodge and Companies, and Alphabet system are not tracking creditors of enterprise is finalized which could use until the 20th century. 1999, Atlas. The written credit company is established and work on completing a list of credit towards customer begins. The company names will later be changed. Equifax is order of the three major credit holders in United States until today.
Hello, Assalamualaikum. Today, let's talk about estate planning. Estate planning are the planning or the process of disposing after one's death. So, the words we need to know in estate planning topic is estate, power of attorney, wasiat, faraid, testate, and intestate. So, estate or legacy is the property and money has been left after the death, including money, property, movable assets, and immovable assets. Then, power of the attorney is the concern by any individual towards minimize the inconvenience and expense by the court supervision and losing control of affairs. Next is wasiat. It was the right thing about his or her estate to be distributed after the death in a document. Last but not least, faraid. Faraid was the Islamic law based on the Quran, Hadith, Ijma, and Ijtihad. Let's move to main topic, which is estate planning. It was the essential part of the retirement planning, especially for partner or individual person who are at the age of 50 and above. Then it was functioning to make sure the estate are transferring to the loved one or willing one. It was divided into two components. First is build estate through savings and insurance, and second is transfer your estate as you wish at the death. It also divided into two categories after the death, which is testate and intestate. There are many types of estate, but we will look for the most related to us, which is immovable property such as building, a piece of land, plantation, and movable properties such as money, shares, jewelry, equipment, and vehicles. Money owed to a deceased person, mahar that has yet to be paid to a wife until the wife dead, and other assets such as saving, EPF money, and insurance policy. Now we move to wasiat. A will or wasiat are divided based on religion respectively, such as for non-Muslim, a will on estate can be distributed all the estate by following the will. But for Muslim, 1/3 can be distributed through a will and 2/3 are distributed through faraid. There is a document are needed to fulfill to get valid, which is it must be in writing, signed, sound mind, minimum of 2 witnesses, and must not be under the age of majority, which is 80 years old minimum. In a will, it involves 3 parties: testator, a person who makes the will; executor, person to administer or distribute the estate; and beneficiaries, person that will inherit the estate. Last topic that we will cover is faraid. When a person dies, those living must do the following with the estate that the deceased leaves behind, which is discharge all his obligation relating to zakat and kafara, pay for his funeral expenses, settle all his debts to his fellow beings, include performing hajj and mahar, execute his will or wasiyah, and lastly is settlement of any claim of matrimonial property. Under faraid, the heirs to a Muslim estate are divided into the following groups. First is Ashabul Furud, which is the relation by affinity husband and wife, blood relation, ascendant father and mother, female descendant. Second group is Asabah, is divided into three, which is male relation called Asabah bin Nafsihi, female relation called Asabah bin Wairi. Last group is Baitul Mal. In Malaysia, the Jabatan Agama Islam administer the Baitul Mal. The estate of deceased person goes to the Baitul Mal under the following circumstances. There is no rightful beneficiary to the estate. There is no claimant to the estate. The deceased person leaves no heirs, and estate is all the assets and liabilities of a deceased person. Thank you.
Hello and Assalamualaikum. My name is AZIM JOHARI and I will present about future financial challenge within 5 to 10 years. What is the thing that might happen in the next 5 to 10 years that will affect your financial situation? And what can you do to assist you in handling the financial challenge in future? 4 of the future challenges that might happen to you are: first, injury or illness. Second, accident. Third, purchasing vehicles. And lastly is buying a house. Firstly, why injury and illness can affect your future financial savings. Currently, you might be fit and healthy, but we don't know in future anything can happen that can cause you to fall sick and you need to pay for the cost of medical and treatment. Then, during your injury or illness, you may lose your source of income. For example, you have to be hospitalized for a few weeks without working. So, the solution for this problem is you need to buy medical and health insurance. The insurance can cover the cost of private medical treatment. Also, it will ensure that you will not have to be concerned about the cost of seeking treatment in an emergency. And it can help provide you with a source of income while you are undergoing treatment. Secondly, you might also get into an accident in future. Accidents can cause injury, disability or probably death. In this situation, you might lose your income. If this situation happens, you will have to pay for the surgery or funeral expense. Moreover, if you are the family leader, you will have to support your family financially, including their medical expense. Personal accident insurance can help you during this incident. Personal accident insurance is a kind of annuity insurance that provides compensation in the case of an injury, disability or death caused by only violent, unintentional, external and visible occurrence. Next, accidental death, medical costs and burial expense are all covered under this insurance. Personal accident insurance also may cover a person and family. Thirdly, vehicles also might be the reason that can affect your finances. There is a risk that you might get into an accident and cause an injury, and you have to spend money on medical expenses and also your vehicle for the damage due to the accident. There is also a risk of theft and fire that will result in total loss for your vehicle. Since motor insurance is a must if you buy a vehicle, this problem can reduce the vehicle's expenses. It covers the risk of bodily injury as a consequence of an external force caused accident that ends in disablement or death. Motor insurance also provides compensation if your vehicle just got into an accident to cover for repair service. It can also be third-party cover for fire and theft insurance or comprehensive insurance. Fourthly, there is also a house risk. For example, there might be an explosion, fire or lightning that will lead to building loss. Other than that, flood and burst pipes also can result in building loss. In addition, household content also can be exposed to any risk and it may cause you or your household a fatal injury. But when buying a house, home insurance is compulsory to protect you and the household. There are 3 types of home insurance. First, basic fire policy. Second, house owner policy. And third is householder policy. Basic fire policy is a coverage limited to the structure and includes loss or damage caused by fire, lightning, or explosion. For house owner policy, this one provides more coverage. It covers loss or damage caused by floods and broken pipelines and other natural disasters. And for householder policy, it covers our household content and provides coverage for us as insured in the event of a tragic injury. Insurance can protect your future financially and it gives a lot of benefits. That's all from me. Thank you.